Captain America Brave New World. I'm gonna give you the good, I'm gonna give you the bad, I'm gonna give you the nerdy. I'm not gonna get super spoilery, but I also feel like the movie showed so much. I mean, we even know that there's a Red Hulk in this thing. Like, it's not really hiding too much. I'm just gonna talk. Enter at your own discretion. If you don't want to know nothing, then turn the internet off, go see the movie and come back. And it's all my opinion. You can agree or disagree with me however you want to. Just don't be an a-hole about it. I personally really liked Captain America Brave New World. It may not be the top tier best of the best of Marvel movies, but it is a very exciting, very enjoyable, action-packed thriller. And it really shows why Sam Wilson makes a good, humanized Captain America, no super soldier serum required. Anthony Mackie is great as Captain America and also great as Sam Wilson. And this movie makes that very important. He's not a super soldier. He is an everyday guy, but also having to take on the role as Captain America. His one advantage, though, is that suit, because it is upgraded with Wakandan tech and it shows off beautifully. When he get them wings together and that vibranium starts to rumble and then he blasted back out, ooh, that gave me Black Panther flashbacks and I appreciated that. And remember, Sam Wilson was a grief counselor, so he uses those abilities as well. When sometimes punching and fighting don't work for him, he sometimes just got to talk to you. In one way, he's trying to help you see the error of your ways, and the other way, he's trying to also save his neck because you're a muscle bound or you're a giant red Hulk. Sometimes you just got to talk it out because that's maybe the only option. His chemistry with all the other characters I thought was really good. I especially love his chemistry with Torres, the new Falcon. They have a great buddy dynamic, and Joaquin Torres' suit as Falcon looks really good. Got this like military style. It's almost like a flying Master Chief. It looks really nice. Isaiah Bradley from the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV series is in this as well, and I really like his character. He would just shine in every scene that he was in, and you could feel all the struggle that he's going through. Because remember, this was a man that was a super soldier, did the job that he needed to do for his country, and then they act like he didn't exist, put him in prison for 30 years, and now he's coming out having to go see the president, only to get back in trouble again. Oh, that hurts, man. There's one scene where he's talking to Sam and he literally just says, I should have stayed at home. And I really felt that feeling of like, I'm trying to give this country a chance and they keep showing me up. Granted, he did shoot at the president, but there's reasons why. Let's explain why it happens in the movie. So, you know, Giancarlo Esposito is in this movie as Sidewinder. Of course, he's amazing because he's Giancarlo Esposito. And while she's not shown in the trailer that much, there's this character in the movie, Agent Taylor. She seems to be friends with Sam. I really liked her character. But of course, Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross, taking over that role. He does such a great job with it. He's a very complicated character. There's some good stuff about him. There's some stuff that he's really trying to do for his country, for his family. And then, you know, he's also not good. he also does some wrong stuff to Cap. He does some wrong stuff to other people. That's probably why he's in the danger that he's in the first place. And yeah, they do spoil basically that he turns into Red Hulk. It's no surprise. They put that right in the trailer. Seeing Harrison Ford turn into a Hulk, Indiana Jones, Han Solo is now in the Marvel Universe as a Red Hulk. That just cracked me up. I could just watch that all day. It's just wild to me. If you've been one that's been wanting an angry Hulk on the big screen again, Red Hulk is that one, yo. Red Hulk is that one. Seeing it in the movie, seeing it all put together, it's very intense. I felt the destruction that Red Hulk was doing to everything around him. Actually, all the action in this movie is good. The Red Hulk stuff was good. The opening fight scene was really enjoyable. I really liked that a lot. There is this aerial fight scene that goes on where Captain America and Falcon are going up against planes, but in their flying suits. That stuff was bonkers. I was on the edge of my seat watching that whole part. I love that. There's one part of it with Captain America and a missile that cracked me up. I mean, Fast and Furious would be pleased. I was like, dang, that is pretty awesome though. And I liked all the political espionage, intrigue, corruption, conspiracy, what's going on behind the scenes stuff that goes on in this movie. I will admit it's a little simplistic, but it was still interesting to see how it all unraveled, to see all the threads unraveling and coming together, to see what this was all about. It was interesting to watch along the way. I never got bored by the journey. I love how serious this movie is taking its situation as well. Even the logo was like, we're not playing that fanfare. We're just gonna show you our name and get started. We're serious here. But I appreciate that. Yes, there's a couple of jokes here and there, but it's all like natural character dialogue type of humor. It's not that Marvel jokey stuff that everyone claims they don't want anymore, which means that probably now everyone's gonna claim that this movie is too serious because no one is ever pleased. They always want to complain about what they have. I mean, I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? I really appreciate that this movie focused on being its own story. It wasn't a movie to just set up the MCU. It wasn't just a movie to set up future movies. It told its own story. The themes that it was coming across with, themes about pressure, acceptance, positions of power, and how they should use it. Mr. President, wonder what that's like. But the big theme, I don't know if this was intentional, subtle, whatever, but the big theme I took away from this movie, the combination of Black excellence mixed with the intense pressure of Black perfectionism and imposter syndrome. I felt that. So in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV series, Sam had to deal with if he was going to even accept the mantle of being Captain America, because he knows that there are some people who feels like he shouldn't be there, that feel like he's not qualified to be Captain America. Isaiah says it directly. They will not let a Black man be Captain America. In Captain America Brave New World, now we deal with Sam accepting that role, but now feeling the pressure of, can he live up to the task? Throughout the movie, he feels like he can't fail. He can't make mistakes. It's especially evident with his interactions with Ross, because Ross wants him to bring back the Avengers. Ross wants to work with him again. Ross wants to take pictures with them, even though this is the same dude that made the Sokovia Accords and that put Sam in prison in the raft. Now he wants to be buddies, but the moment that Ross and Cap disagree, you're no Steve Rogers. That felt like a slur when he said that.
You're not Steve Rogers.
And the sad part is that even though some of those pressures and some of those concerns are valid in the case of Sam Wilson, there are also moments where you can tell in this movie, he's doing this to himself. I've proven multiple times that I am doing this right, but am I doing this right? Whew. Yes, this kind of pressure can happen to anybody, but it's especially an interesting case when it happens to a Black person, and especially in the case of Sam, a Black person being a Black superhero and taking over the role from Steve freaking Rogers. We have been a you not Steve Rogers moment. And then on top of that, he's not a super soldier. So now he's also dealing with the pressures of, should I have taken that serum? Do I need to become the perfect man? Will I be better then? Or is it better to just be human, but still be this role? I'm saying a lot about this because that's what I felt watching it, but I wish the movie would have said more of it itself directly. I feel like the movie definitely gives these themes that I just talked about, but they kind of skirt around them a little bit. They were a little soft with them. I read through it. It was a if you know situation, but I wish a couple times the movie would just flat out said it, because the television series Falcon and Winter Soldier had no problem saying it. I don't know if it's because of reshoots or edits or changes or whatever, but there are just a couple of times where I'm like, you want to say one more sentence to really hone it in, but you edit right before you say the sentence. The message is still there, but it's a little bit more sanitized than I would have liked for it to have been. Same with the political intrigue. Like, it keeps giving the vibe that it's really this, corrupted government conspiracy. But at the end of it all, it's just like, oh, okay, it's a villain plot. I get it. That all makes sense, actually. Still an interesting plot, just not this revolutionary surprise that I thought it was going to be. There's not a whole lot of Marvel homework with this one. Obviously, watching the Falcon and Winter Soldier would be very helpful, but they explain a lot of the stuff from that show in this movie. I think what's more interesting to me is that this movie is also a backdoor sequel to The Incredible Hulk. That's pretty wild. It's like, for the next Captain America movie, we're gonna try to make a semi-sequel to the second MCU movie from 2008 in 2025. You never know what Feige's gonna do, man. It is a Marvel movie, so you know what that means. Oh, we're gonna have a cameo. Word up. And there's also an after credit scene. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's pretty generic. You think you're the only world out there? Something's coming. Like, that's pretty much all it is. That's literally all it is. I'm not even making a generic version to not spoil you. That's pretty much what they say. It's basically an after credit scene that says more movies are coming. But yeah, man, I had a good time with this movie. It's not groundbreaking. It's not revolutionary in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's just a solid film. Even with a few flaws, still a very interesting story that then has a giant red Hulk in it. I just hope the next time that they want to do a movie like this with subject matter like this, that just like Captain America, punch a little harder. You're allowed. And Anthony Mackie is a great Captain America, and I can't wait to see what more he does with that character in the future, as well as some of the other characters in here. I want to see Torres again. I want to see Isaiah again, and I definitely would like to see Harrison Ford again as Red Hulk. If he shows up in Thunderbolts, I swear, I mean, unless he's still not alive, he totally didn't make it, guys. Those are my thoughts about Captain America Brave New World. The end. Bye.